call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Wakeforest Demon Deacons, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Demon Deacons will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Stanford comes to the line, and that first down marker is a long way away. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
He'll haul it in right around the logo. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Wake Forest! The whole thought process is just get the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball, Reese. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution on that punt return.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Here he comes. This is a gamble. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They punted on the opening possession of the game. Might still have a few plays left on that opening script. Makes the grab over the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They'll go to the ground. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's loose. Inside the touchdown, Stanford. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Working the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
The Demon Deacons, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Gives it to the back on the draw. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Guys, let's step back for a moment and talk a little Wakeforest. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
And the Demon Deacons with the 1st and 10. To the air, it's Kamara. Floating away. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Gives him the big stiff arm. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The Demon Deacons will hustle to the line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And here he comes out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Off play action. Finds the tight end. After 45 on his way. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
He wants to throw it again. He's taking the shot. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. Turning it on. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
It's 1st and goal as Stanford comes to the line. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cardinal!
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense, and also a big momentum shifter in this game, because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run this play from the pistol. Back to pass, it's Kamara. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense and coverage forcing the incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Wide open spaces. open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Kamara. Here comes the heat. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too. And that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
This has been really good for the defense too. It's kind of a bend, don't break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
The defense was all over it. They know third down, the quarterback could be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
Finds him out of the backfield. He's going for the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wakeforest. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no short thing right now. They're up by 7 over Middle Tennessee. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. back to pass. It's complete on the right side. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Wants to keep it in the air. Right on the money. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. It's caught. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Wants to adjust the pattern. 3rd down play from the gun. It's complete to the right. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Stanford wants to push the pace. On the move, it's Sutton. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Stanford!
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he made the extra point without problem. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw, it's Kamara. Bringing the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that's now their third sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front seven. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. To throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. They'll try the run. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Wants to throw on 1st down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, and I tell you what, he was looking for his main man. He wanted to focus in on him. He wanted to force feed him the football. Nice job by the defense. Great coverage. Great job knocking the ball away.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Makes a connection. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the 1st half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision. If he's open, get it to him, get some positive yards. Basically a run play.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they take it in for 6 more points.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he's going to try to return this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, it's Kamara. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Going for the big play. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Really good coverage by the DB there, and an even a better job of locating the football and then knocking it away.
One more snap coming before halftime. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Ball's in the deep ball. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Stanford set to boot it deep to start this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wakeforest offense returns to the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air, it's Kamara. Trying to escape and get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. And the Demon Deacons come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Swings it out to his running back. Steamrolls his way ahead. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
And they can't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that one's incomplete.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Punts it out of the air. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Man down on the play. Officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Demon Deacons will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. The last time they had it, a thing of beauty. Did whatever they want, run, pass, and there he goes. Picks up the 1st down. Bulldozes his way through. Past the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Stanford!
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Georgia Southern is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Louisiana Tech. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Zings it complete to the right. At the 40, there he goes. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. It's complete to the left. Finds a crease at the 20. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and no good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Breaks into the open. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Needs it to keep this drive alive. In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on 4th down.
And it's crazy. I don't even think you have a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers. We're going to be aggressive.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Time to take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. The offense changing the play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Soft spot in the middle. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds. He's got it on the right. Turning it on. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
I remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Cardinal! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Kamara. Makes the catch. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the Demon Deacons are in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprint?
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. Not much of a decision to make there. The defense will move him back. Some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Looking downfield, it's Kamara. Right down the middle. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Flips it out in the flat. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Demon Deacons come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Wide open downfield. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
And it slips just inside that right upright. They're hanging around here. Leads down to 12. 1 more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They'll give it to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
And the returner will be dragged down. Wakeforest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Looking to pass. It's Kamara. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Oh, that big stiff arm got him some room. Oh, look out on the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wake.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, I believe someone calls it the Conference of Champions. Pac-12 action today. Texas A&M is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Johnny Manziel, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Texas State. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Great job on first down. Great job on second down. This defense needs to come up big one more time. They got to get the stop. Big time moment. I got to get my offense the football back.
Gets the back moving. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like... third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Wakeforest has it back, and here comes the offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves. There he goes to the right. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Damon Deeks. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 2 here in the fourth. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. The Cardinal come to the line facing third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Complete with conviction on the crosser. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Wants to throw again. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got his man on the right. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
It'll be a run on third and short. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Right back to the well.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Might be changing the route. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down.
Here we go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it. Touchdown, Stanford. They move on top here in the fourth.
Each Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the fourth. So a drive there of 84 yards. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense returns to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. We'll see how the offensive coordinator pieces together this drive down late in the fourth. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Still running at the 40. There he goes. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Keep it on the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And the Demon Deacons will have it 1st and 10. To the air, it's Kamara. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, it's go time. Right now it's coming up on 3rd down. You've probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the 4th quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Now on the move. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
Well, if they're going to come back and win this game, they need this guy's athleticism to take over, throwing it and running it. And a nice job there, David, of him understanding the situation, getting out of bounds to save some clock.
Yeah, get as much as you can, get out of bounds, because you can't have that clock ticking the whole time. Now, guess what? I can organize my next play. I can communicate it well. I don't have to be in such a hurry.
Touchdown, Wakeforest! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. quarterback run is part of their game plan. Into the end zone, the two-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. They march 79 yards on the drive. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Makes the grab. At the 45 on its way. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Kamara. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
They'll run it. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And this is a huge third down. They need a score to win this game, and they're not getting a ton of yards these last two plays. An incompletion followed by a short gain on a run. You got to be able to pick something here on the third down basket and go to your best.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.